gang! The lovely people at Knott's Hobbies have sent me their new oil wash range, so I thought we'd try them out today on some bases. There's a rust, a verdigris, and a grime. So I've prepared a variety of bases. I've done them each a larger circular base, and I've sort of cut them in half with one white side and one brown side with just my normal primer. And then I've done these little ones as well with iron with a slight brighter silver dry brush on the top. A copper. I didn't really have a copper paint, so I used a bronze with a gold dry brush. And for the grime, I did a matte sort of sandstone on the top level and a sort of brassy look on the bottom level. And you're also going to want a jar of mineral spirits or something for your brush, since this is oil based. So just to show the color, I've done this for each of them. I've just kind of painted it on top all the way on these bigger circles, just so we can kind of see the color better on like brown and white. I've just sort of spread it around, and then I've just done some like big blobs just to see how it kind of settles itself after a while. So for the rust, you can see that it is oil. It does have that capillary action going down all the little recesses really nicely. And I just kind of dot it on around those edges where I kind of want it, and I can wipe my brush and then reabsorb some of it to just sort of move it around. Sorry for the focus, I had a bit of trouble with this one. The others are better, I promise. So again, just kind of easily moving it around where I want it to be. There is a bit of texture in this, which is quite nice, so it should have some nice little bits when it's dry. Just seeing how good it like sort of stipples about, and then we can have a look at the next one. So this is the verdigris. It's a very blue color. I get told off by my community for calling verdigris blue, but I genuinely think verdigris is blue. You can see the speckles in this one a lot better, the little pieces in the wash. And again, just brushing it over and then doing some blobs. So on this metallic base that I'm trying it on, I'm just kind of getting those capillaries going once again, and then just kind of dotting it around, seeing what kind of feels right, what kind of looks good, and if I put some too much on, again, you can just wipe your brush on some paper towel and just mop up some of that excess. Thought I'd just flood that a little bit just to see what it would do with a lot of it on. And for the grime, again, you can see this is just green. Again, I'm just gonna blob it on. We'll see what happens when it dries. Again, it has the little shavings in it as well, which is nice. So just doing this top bit where I've painted it kind of matte, just gonna blob it on, wobble it around, and then on the metallic bit at the bottom, I'm just sort of doing little bits as well. Kind of easy to use, very simple. So this is how they've sort of turned out. First with the rust, this is after it's dried. I did leave them overnight. It probably didn't need that long, but I did leave it overnight. It's made these nice little pockets with these sort of veiny bits on the outside of them where it's kind of trying to spread out a bit. Some nice color you can see. And then on the metallic, it has worked really well on the metallic. It does look quite rusty. It's a really good color for it. I quite like this, and it has that nice texture on the edges of the little puddles that I made as well. And for the verdigris, I really liked the color of this one. It's very vibrant, very blue. It did have some little veining going on. I think it's quite cool. I like the effect that it has. It might have just been me, or the window was open and it was super windy when it was drying. But on the actual copper base plate that I put it on, it looks really nice. I think it's worked really well. So I'm kind of pleased with that as well. And then for the grime, kind of a nice sort of swampy green. It's not too bright and it's not too yellow. And again, it's got those nice like edges where it's kind of tried to fade out a bit with those like little tiny capillaries out from the big drops that I did. And then on the actual base plate, it looks grimy. It looks good. It kind of looks like algae, which is quite nice. I really like these. I will probably be using these in future projects. I'm pretty happy with these. Yeah. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.